Hi guys, it's the middle of July and it's time to jump back on and back in to talk to you a little bit more about our conversation, our transformation, our shift. And you'll hear a lot of authors, intuitives, astrologers, guides, teachers who also know about this shift and who are having their own conversations and giving guidance. You'll hear them as well refer to 3D or 5D talking about this shift, but they also will say we're becoming the new human. We're moving into our light body. There's many different ways to describe what is happening here. But shifting and transforming are probably the most typical words that you're going to hear. And if you've watched any of the YouTubers that talk about this stuff, you're already familiar with the content. It's time to jump back on now and say, if you are one of these guides, teachers, healers, YouTubers, intuitives, authors, or somebody who is trying so hard to shift and navigate yourself through this transformation, to be the new human, to be better, and to help the process along, if you're one of those people and you've been frustrated over the last month, you're okay. And it's happening to many, 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 many of us. Now, one of the things that I would suggest is not getting so wrapped up in the 3D world, because right now, I know myself, I have turned off the news. I don't read the headlines. I don't get involved in the drama and the hype, but I can feel the energies and the frequencies of the frazzle and the fray that is going on in our broader world, in our broader society and across the globe, but especially here in the United States. And so what I would recommend, because it is a drag, it's going to drain your energy, whether you are into this topic and passionately defending something about it, and whatever that topic may be, whatever new hype is on the news, or whether you have shut off all programming. You're still feeling the frazzle, and we're still overcoming the tension of everything that is going on around us. And all of that is very 3D. Now, world. And some of us who are trying to develop new modalities, improve on our systems, or completely develop new systems that will benefit all humans are running up against obstacles, brick walls. We're getting frustrated. So if you're one of those people, or maybe something new is going on in your life and you're trying to build the life of your dreams and you're just having a problem sort of adapting to all the new changes, the possibilities, the fact that maybe you thought that you were on a wave of momentum and then it slowed down or came to a screeching halt. Maybe you thought you were going to be supported by someone or a group, or you thought you were going to get a project off the ground and you had to wait, or you didn't get the support that you needed, and maybe this has gotten you a little bit disappointed. There's been a lot of disappointments in the last 1 month, right? And there's been a lot of us who are very capable and who usually can get on a positive vibe and sail high. And a lot of us have been just really drained and have had to deal with some of our own issues, some of our own dark side, some of our own frustrations, mainly with the 3D world. We sort of felt like we were sailing with 5D, and then all of a sudden we've had to navigate a lot of 3D things that seem like they're so draining or they're holding us back. And I listened to one of the astrologers, Molly McCord, actually say that, we're not so much trying to get into 5D and go to a different dimension as we are taking our 5D skills and using them in 3D. And I believe I've mentioned that before, and it's just another person, and there are many of us that are sharing this same information and talking about it because we're trying to help each other navigate through it. And I think this is wise information, of especially right now while there is a lot of discord going on, and that will be for about the next 1 year, especially the next 6 months. There's probably going to be a lot of frazzle and discord and anxiety throughout our society, because the 3D world has been such an influence and we've all lived in it for so long. And it is really trying to maintain its grip, which means that there is an element of controlling people so that we are navigating our lives in a way that benefits just a few very wealthy people. And instead of that, we are all breaking open to navigate our lives in a way that benefits the whole community, everybody who is in your family, in your neighborhood, in your city, in your state, in your country, and in your world. And that's the new human. So this 3D stuff is really gripping strong. And there are many, many people who are conditioned to that. That is what is familiar. That is what they know. They are not going to be able to just all of a sudden go, oh, yes, I feel these new energies and I'm going to start being kind to my neighbor and supporting everybody around me and listening to other people's opinions and figuring out how we can work together to build a better community. We wish that everybody could view life in that way right now, right? I do, at least. I wish that each person could say, the benefit of my community, of my town, of my state, of my country, of my world, of my humanity is what is most important. And I'm not going to support anything that isn't for the benefit of all. And so it'd be great if we could do that. But right now, so many people are still conditioned to the way things have always been. And what we have always known is there's a system of control put in place and we follow rules and we follow the format and we complain about it all the time. We don't feel that things are fair. Our economy certainly is not fair. And there's so many systems that don't benefit the whole. They just benefit a few. But we still have literally billions of people on this planet buying into those systems and supporting those systems and picking a side and not knowing much about how things are really done. But they want to blame the people in their community for having maybe a slightly different belief. I think a lot of people have the same wants and needs and beliefs, but we are programmed to argue and compete with each other in 3D. So this is really hard to navigate if you're a person who's trying to use 5D, who's trying to get other dimensional realities and experiences integrated into their human life, who's trying to transform, who's trying to shift. If you're one of these people that's trying to do that, believes in that, and is trying to have conversations with others and help others, yes, it's been so frustrating because everything 3D has been really aggressive and is almost competing with those of us who are shifting. And all of us are going to shift. Right now, some people are more aware of it than others, and there are other people that they know that they're having a job change, or they're going to live more minimally and maybe not make as much money, but be happier. So there's all of this shifting around going on, but people are not consciously associating that with becoming a new human, becoming a new humanity, where we all want to help each other and where there isn't competition, there's just cooperation, right? And so there's so many of us that are praying and meditating. There are group and world meditations that go on to shift our humanity in the direction of love and cooperation and helpfulness so that we will never, ever support anybody having a war or any side in a war. We will never support killing. We would never support corrupt systems. We would never support abusing another person, harming another person, and we wouldn't even support gossiping about another person, right? We're moving into a new humanity where it is benevolent. And I know a lot of people don't want that and they don't believe in that because they think, well, it's never going to be that way. This is a waste of time. You're always going to have good people, bad people. You're always going to have people who kill and lie. That's a 3D conditioning that humanity has been stuck in. And that is not where we're going. And it is completely possible to have a world where human beings are benevolent, where it would be unthinkable for a person to harm another living being. that is possible, and that is where we're going. But we're always off from that. And so we can't lose hope. And more than anything, I just want to tell you, if you're feeling like, wow, I should have it all in the bag by now. I'm an adult. I shouldn't struggle the way that I do. Why am I getting depressed? Why am I down? Why can't I seem to easily navigate my life and get through it without all this stress and feeling like I'm going to melt down? That's perfectly okay, because that's part of being human. And it's also part of navigating the 3D world, which is trying to suck us back into density and heaviness and darkness and arguing and competing with one another. We're going to feel that drag and that drain, and that's perfectly okay. But also know that you can still use the 5D exhilarating energies and you can get back on that high. It's going to be roller coastery for a while. I don't think any of us is going to be flying high, zinging in 5D and just manifesting and creating and being very happy and very fulfilled, while the majority of humanity is in the shift and is still battling the 3D dark, heavy, competitive, abusive energies that we are so used to on this planet. So if you're having a roller coaster ride, if you are going through the ups and downs, if you're still facing obstacles and you're not exactly completely confident about the way that you're handling those, it's okay. You're fine. You're doing great. We're all doing great. And we just have to keep in mind the component of peace. What is best for me? What is best for the people around me? How can I support the people around me to make my world a better place? If you can support everybody around you, if you can help them succeed, you will automatically create a better world for yourself. For each one of us, it starts within. It really does. We have to be the person who is the change. And when we get frustrated and when we cry and when we have to put up boundaries with people that are being mean or people that are trying to suck us dry of our energy level, or who are trying to drain us, or who are putting drama on us or putting gossip around us, we don't have to be so affected by that with our reaction. We can take that into a more lighthearted viewpoint and say, this person just isn't ready yet. They're not ready yet to sail on these high vibrational energies. They are very affected by the 3D right now. And we can still keep our own energy light and not get dragged down by them. We have to put up appropriate boundaries, which may be just smiling and saying, hey, I'm sending you positive energy. I'm definitely cheering for you. And just telling them to have a great day and ending a conversation where they're draining you. There's techniques that we can do to just put up boundaries to that around us that is upsetting us. If you are reading headlines and you're getting upset, just don't, just focus on your immediate surroundings and try to help somebody in your neighborhood. Try to put some emphasis on improving that which is around you, even if it's just cleaning the living room or cleaning the kitchen. Whatever you can do to improve just your immediate surroundings, to control how you're being affected by vibrations, and to control your own reactions to it, and to keep your energy safe and yourself safe, and then to keep honing in on visualizing, meditating, praying, whatever works for you, on shifting into more positive energy, supporting your community, getting support from people around you, and helping to build a better world for yourself. We are all uniquely, individually responsible for that. So it's been a hard go. It's been a lot of ups and downs. There is more ups and downs to come, but don't get discouraged. That's the main message here, is don't get discouraged. Keep going. For those of you who do consistently YouTube, I just respect that, honor that, and thank you so much for putting yourselves out there. I know that it is not easy. You are going to have people around you that criticize you. As you change and you become the new human and the better person, there are going to be people who lag behind. They're going to take longer than you to do that, and they might actually even be mean to you because they see you sailing along and they're struggling. Try not to let that bother you. Try to be a little bit compassionate and forgiving to that. Do put up a boundary with it and move forward with yourself. Those people will probably catch up. And the ones that don't, it's fine. We can leave people to their own life lessons. So if somebody is in the darkness and they're grumpy and they're just got their feet stuck in the sand and the sand has become cement and they're not going to move forward, and you see that and you love them and you want them to, it is okay for you to move forward with yourself, make the transformation, make the shift. The best thing that can happen is the people that are near you will also shift by proxy because they are near you. So you can just keep visualizing the life of your dreams and creating that, and know that you cannot control other people. You cannot control the 3D world, but you can bring your 5D energy and love into the 3D world, and that is going to benefit everybody around you. So stick with it. Don't get discouraged. Keep going. Know that it's a roller coaster ride. And I do think that is going to be a little roller coastery for a while. So hang in there, you guys, but don't give up. All right, everybody's doing great.